Good morning, Jackednnerdy fans. Welcome to my non-spoiler review for the new drama series Shogun. And before we jump into that review, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you guys never miss out on a video. And if you do enjoy our content, please make sure you hit this thumbs up button. It greatly supports the channel and it doesn't cost you a thing. So hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate your support. So let's jump into it. Shogun. This is a new drama series that's on FX, also aka Disney Plus. It's now streaming, so you can check it out anytime. The full season is on there because the final episode just dropped earlier this week. I'm just going to let you know straight from the outset, I absolutely loved this show. Ever since I saw the first trailer, I was really intrigued because I love the whole feudal Japan, samurai. I love all that culture and everything. So as soon as I saw the first trailer, I was committed to checking out this series. Mrs. Jackednnerdy was completely unaware of it, so I sat her down and we started watching it together. She said she'd give it the 3-episode rule, which you've heard me talk about before, and she absolutely fell in love with it as well. So if you don't know, basically this is telling the story of, set, back in Japan, back in the 1600s, the age of the samurai. And it tells the story of some of the first Westerners to come over to Japan from England. And, it tells the story of the captain or one of the sailors on that ship and his story as he kind of became acquainted with the Japanese culture and everything. Look, there's let's just face it, the samurai, there's bloodshed, there's action, there's war kind of tactics. I find it difficult even to describe, but I don't think calling it a drama series gives it credit. There's espionage, there's intrigue, there's politics, there's all sorts going on with this show. But it's also really, really good because they really do well to kind of show you the culture of the Japanese people at that time, and the samurai culture and the warrior code and all of that. So they really, really do a good job of showing you how beautiful it was, but also how brutal it was as well. They don't sugarcoat things. You see the good with the bad, which I think's really, really good. I hate it when they just kind of sugarcoat things and make it all look really nice and all that, when really there were lots of dark elements as well. So as I said, it's now streaming on Disney Plus, and it's been screening on if you've got cable, it's on FX. Brilliant casting of this show. You've got Hiroyuki Sanada. You've got Anna Sawai, who I think was absolutely gorgeous and did fantastic. You've got Fumi Nikaido. I'm probably butchering her name, and I do apologise. But then you've got other actors like Néstor Carbonell, who's been in lots and lots of things over the years. I think he's an absolutely brilliant actor. But then Cosmo Jarvis, who's a relatively new actor, at least in my books. I haven't really seen him in much. I'm not overly familiar with him. But he did a really good job in the lead kind of Western character. The casting on this show was just absolutely brilliant. Who else do we have? What we got here? Sorry, just apologise. No, that's okay. So anyway, but look, do yourself a favor. Do please check out Shogun. I think it was absolutely brilliant. It's scoring really well. Internationally on IMDb, it's got a 9 out of 10, which I think's almost the highest I've ever seen IMDb. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got 99%. So I mean, it's scoring absolutely fantastic all over the place. And I think part of the intrigue as well is because it's set so far back in time, it's basically got nothing to do with modern times. There's no political agenda. There's no, it's basically just a good show set in feudal Japan. And they're telling an old school story. So there's got, you don't have to worry about, are they going to push this agenda or that agenda or this, that, or the other? Are they, going to be left leaning or right leaning? There's none of that. You can just sit back and enjoy the show for what it is, which I found very refreshing personally. And as I said, look, I'm just a big fan of that kind of culture and that era. What more could you want, really? If you're a fan of the movies The Last Samurai, you will enjoy this film. There are a lot of kind of callbacks to that in many ways, and lots of similar actors. You've also got so if you're a fan of The Last Samurai, you will definitely enjoy this film. Also, if you enjoy, what was the other movie with Keanu Reeves? Is 47 Ronin? Something to that effect. If you're a fan of that as well, you will love this film. This series. One negative I will say is I felt that it's a 10 episode season. Like most TV shows, I felt that the last episode of the season was a little bit weak. It had its strong points. It did have its strong points, but overall I found it to be a little bit weak. However, I'm hopeful that they're going to do another season, and I hope that the second season will build on the first. And therefore I can kind of forgive the weakness of the final episode because they wanted to hold on to things for the next season. But we'll just have to wait and see. I haven't heard any official announcements on whether there will be a season 2. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed because I thought season 1 was so strong and so good. And I mean, with scores like 9 out of 10 and 99%, I think they would be stupid not to do another season, but we'll just have to sit back and wait and keep our fingers crossed to hear on that. So, look, personally, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I'll definitely go back and rewatch it periodically, over the next several years, like I do with a lot of shows. I've got a handful of shows that I'll watch at least every year, sometimes twice a year. So I'll definitely be adding this to that list, and I'll go back and rewatch it again very soon, I'm sure. So do yourselves a favor. If you've got cable, it's on FX. It's also on Hulu. Sorry, I just read here. It's on FX and Hulu and Disney Plus as well. So do yourselves a favor. Check out Shogun. You will not be disappointed. It is a fantastic show. As I said before, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got heaps more content coming your way over the next week or two. And until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.